By the way, it's not just the day that the private Federal Reserve, the big Rockefeller Rothschild banks, skim off the top to stall our economy and create poverty. Income tax day that we got in 1913 wasn't widely deployed until 1951. It's also the one-year anniversary of the false flag staged terror attacks with the Boston Patsies, who are clearly double agents, the older brother on CIA payroll, on record, connected into a group run by Zbigniew Brzezinski to go infiltrate, given fake names, allowed to fly by the FBI and TSA with fake names. The Russians blew his cover 3 years ago, publicly. That's how they do it. They point out, why is this person flying with fake names? Why do you let them in? Are they an asset or are they a spy? Should we arrest them for espionage next time they're in southern Russia? That's what Russia said 3 years ago. Oh, and then the person magically goes and supposedly blows stuff up during a drill. See, people say, well, how do you know it's a false flag? You could see the promotion, you could see the distraction, you could see the whole 9 yards. Al-Qaeda in the Crimson Crescent, as it's known, from Eastern Europe right around through the stands into Central Asia, all the way over to China. The Crimson Crescent. He is publicly, look it up, funded by who? The State Department, just like they funded the radicals and the George Soros groups for 4 years with $5 billion to overthrow Ukraine. That's not debated. They have press conferences at the State Department admitting it, but the public doesn't watch State Department press conferences. The public watches the news that goes, Russia did bad things, and Russia attacked Ukraine, and Russia attacked Georgia. No, Russia didn't. And Russia is a kleptocratic, mafia-run group of alcoholics, on average, in the government system. But I'll tell you this, they pay their people to have kids, and they're becoming more of a Christian nation. They've been reforming, and the globalists don't want that. They don't put cancer viruses in the vaccines in Russia. They have their top TV host that sounds like Alex Jones, who's buddies with Vladimir Putin, who they put on air, who basically will openly quotes this show on state-run media. I've never been to Russia. I don't speak Russian. I don't have any Slavic blood in me. Why is that going on? Because I've got the truth, ladies and gentlemen. And the Russians have a decision to make. What are they going to do with their people? Are they going to end Russia as we know it? Are they going to exterminate their population? Because they were already under globalist control for 85 years, and they saw their population go down by 37%. And they've already experienced collectivism and communism and progressivism, and they don't like it. Are they perfect? No, they've got a lot of ghosts and a lot of problems to kick. But they're surrounded by the New World Order, the same folks going after Bundy, the same ones going after your guns, the same ones going after your pension funds, the same ones screwing Spain and France and Greece and every African country over, and Libya, the same ones trying to put Al-Qaeda in charge of Syria, the same ones that overthrew the regime and put radicals in to blow up almost all the churches in Egypt. The ones attacking the Egyptian military, and then our media criticizes the Egyptian military for fighting back when their military bases are being rocket attacked by actual Al-Qaeda. The public doesn't know how the world works. That's the only reason the globalists can get away with any of this garbage. And now they're trying to start World War III with the Russians. And let me tell you what I saw in my mind's eye historically. A civil war starting once they overthrew the government, installed a new government. You'd have the Russians that are about 45% of the overall country, 75% of the East. They're going to end up revolting. You're going to have an ongoing civil war. The West is going to act like Russia caused the problem when the West, run by the globalists, caused it. And then you're going to have a proxy war, and the CIA chief reportedly was there last week, the Russians claimed, and that he was ordering an offensive led by U.S. Special Forces and mercenaries. And our media said, oh, that's ridiculous over the weekend. And then what started today? What's in Reuters? A, quote, Ukrainian offensive into Russian-held areas. That's the Reuters headline. commanded by the Central Intelligence Agency, who's about as American as the moon, about as American as Swiss cheese. Russia says Ukraine close to civil war as Kiev begins offensive, Reuters. How's that? Oh, let's talk about the Malaysian plane a little bit here. The globalists want a giant war because the derivatives are coming due and the global economy is collapsing by design. But they need a war to act like the war caused it. Get it? Big fat smokescreen. I keep telling you that, and so do the analysts.